What is up, guys? Ty Smith of Team Sakuraso here giving you a very basic, not too creative, but very interesting and very exciting deck profile. Probably one of the best decks of the format, along with Thunder Dragon. Here we have Pendulums. Now, it's not Pendulum Magicians anymore, because we all know that Pendulums, unlike the other summoning mechanics, you just take all the best cards for every single Pendulum archetype, cram them in a deck, and you've got a deck. That's why it's 60 cards. So, I'll be going step by step, each individual engine, and going over the little game plan. There is only one game plan, and basically telling you how it works overall. And so, yeah, let's get right into it. We play multiple packages, so instead of going card by card, monster by monster, we're going to go package by package, because it's easier to explain that way. So first thing we have is the newest package in addition to the deck. We have the Endymion package, which consists of 3 Servant of Endymion, 2 Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic, and 3 Spell Power Mastery. These 8 cards consist of one of my personal favorite engines in the game. They're your anti-hand trap strat, because Servant can summon any monster from your deck that you can put a spell counter on. That includes any of the mythical beasts, so you can put a Jackal on the board, have 2 counters up, and therefore you have an out to a hand trap. Or you can do an Endymion if you know your opponent's got like an impermanence or some other form of spell trap, negates maybe. Basically, this card is just the anti-disruption disruption. And in order to set it all up, you have Spell Power Mastery. If you already have this in hand, you can just use Spell Power Mastery to grab Endymion, and this puts 2 counters on the board all by itself. So basically right here, this here's a 2-card combo, and start her off. It's really hard to draw and open with, but when you do, it's pretty great. You basically only need this card in order for anything to happen. You technically run 6 of it.
Your hair looks nice and fluffy today.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Yours too, man.
Thanks.
The second engine I'm playing is the Dark Worm engine, which is the best Pendulum engine in the entire game. It's not the newest. I think it's the first one to really be used. Yeah. We have Supreme King Gate 0, 3 Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm, which we all know what he does. He summons from graveyard if you control the monsters.
Yeah, we all know what he does, don't worry.
But in order to get him to the graveyard, you need to be able to send him there, so he's running 1 Foolish Burial and 2 Dragon Shrine. You could bump Shrine up to 3 and take out a card later in the profile I'll show, but right now I'm only playing 3 ways to dump Dark Worm. Dragon Ravine's also pretty good if you want to get rid of bricks that are in your hand. But right now I'm only playing Shrine and Foolish just because...
That's cool.
Yeah, that's basically what we're playing now. This is basic, but you can get science-y if you want to and do some experimentation.
This deck also sets up like, what, 5-6 negates?
I want to say 4 negates average. In really good hands, it'll do 5-6.
Okay.
And not just negates, it'll do disruptions as well.
Yeah.
Which can sometimes and arguably be better than negates. Next engine is the Mythical Beast engine, which you can summon off of the aforementioned Servant. So we have 3 Mythical Beast Cerberus.
Remember when those were $2 and we got them?
Oh yeah, and now they're like, what, 10?
Yeah, they spiked at 20 though.
And we got 2 Jackal King. Now this is the one you want to be summoning off of Servant the most. This tells Ash to go in a corner and cry its fat forehead to sleep. Why
you gotta say that?
Yeah, you heard me. Her forehead's fat.
It's a girl.
It's fat.
You can land a plane on that thing.
I mean, the new art shows us some lolly feet, so, you know, it's all good. The Jackal King just tells any monster hand trap in the game to go and heck itself, and you can use Cerberus to search out the Jackal, and the Jackal summons the Cerberus. So Cerberus also grabs 1 more monster, the Mythical Beast Garuda. This is your out to Mystic Mine, because yes, the Mystic Mine Pure Burn deck is no longer a thing. The card itself is still a problem, and Konami, being the gods of card design and balance that they are, forgot to ban it. I think they got high the night before or something.
I mean, they made the card.
Yeah, but because of that, we just have to play Garuda, and it's basically a searchable MST. You run 4 of it because Cerberus can grab it. So that's the Mythical Beast engine. Next we have, it's not really a package, it's just a set of cards that you need to be playing, but it's 3 Chronograph, 1 of the brick. It's not really a brick because if you were running Dragon Ravine, you could discard this, and if you were running Allure of Darkness, which I am, you can banish this. Fun fact, if you open 2 of these, that's instant combo, because 1 pops himself for this, and then the other summons itself. These are all just, again, metaphorical and really unlikely situations, but they are things you can do that I never see people do.
Yeah.
But this engine helps get a free monster on board. It's a spell counter. It's really, really simple stuff. The next one, and the most complex engine that might require the most explaining of approximately about 30 seconds, is the Magician engine. Now, these are mostly 1-ofs, but there is a 2-of and a 3-of. Black Fang Magician for being a scale 8. Oath Dragon Magician, so you can add back your 3 copies of Harmonizing Magician, since it can't be summoned from the extra deck. Yeah. Also, this summons any Magician from the deck, so you summon a level 7 for Absolute, you summon a level 4 for an Xyz play, or any Pendulum for a Link play. 1 Dragon Pit Magician, because it's a level 7 Magician that also pops back row. Yeah. It's another card that tells Mystic Mind to hack itself. and 2 purple poison, because if you end up fighting True Draco for some unexplainable reason, you can summon this and crash in order to pop their floodgate. I did that approximately every single game I've played in True Draco, and every single time it works. It's great.
That's good.
But this is my favorite engine in the game. It's not the best, it's my favorite engine though, because harmonizing itself is just so broken. They forgot to say you can't use it for Link Summon. It says you can't use it for Xyz, Fusion, or Synchro unless it's on the other materials are Magicians.
Yeah.
They forgot to say Link. Smart job, Konami.
If they said, they should have just said extra deck.
Yeah, they're really smart.
Like, I don't know why it wastes so much text, too.
Honestly.
Like,
you can't Fusion Summon, Synchro Summon, Xyz Summon, Tribute Summon, Special Summon,
you can't tribute.
Normal Summon. And then we're going to move on to spells. And the last pieces of the Magician engine are the cards that search it out. 6 copies of Pendulum Call, because this searches out the Pendulum Call. But if you happen to open both, that's okay, because this can add one other card, and this is the really spicy tech that I've never seen anybody play except for one person who showed it to me. Time Pendulum Graph. Nobody knows what this card does, so let me quickly explain it to you. It's a trap card, therefore it's an immediate quickie. You target 1 Magician you control, and 1 card your opponent controls, and you pop them both. If 2 cards are not destroyed by this effect, so if you prevent destruction with like Pendulum Call or some other destruction preventing effect, you send any card on the field to the graveyard. So if you have Pendulum Call up, this is an immediate 2 pops, which means by itself it's a 1 card 2 disruptions. Which it also sends to graveyard and doesn't target, so it tells those really big boss monsters to go and hack themselves.
Oh, wow. Good job on that kid language.
That kid, we're trying to get...
Non-existent advertising.
Trying to get
monetization. Be so happy with this.
Exactly, right? The last bit of monsters are 6 monsters, 2 playsets that aren't really
follow us at our
each other.
Non-existent Patreon.
Bro, follow us on our non-existent MySpace. We have
how about our very existent gaming channel?
Oh yes, of course.
With no content.
The best content is no content.
So
you can't critique it.
Exactly.
Magical Abductor. If you have 3 spell counters on it, you can remove 3 at any pendulum. Yeah, you heard me. Any pendulum. Not just Magician, not just anything. Pendulum.
Also, if you guys could leave a like and subscribe, that'd be awesome.
You do that at the end of the video. You're already selling out.
No. Just in case
out.
they don't waste.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Fine. You already got the view. Be grateful. And then you have 3 Curtain Raiser. This one's just like...
This is what I expect from a Pendulum player. This type of shit.
This kind of salt, yeah.
Yeah.
If you can't get Dark Worm for some unexplainable reason, you can just summon this out of your Pendulum Zone, which again makes it another spell counter. So Servant and Abductor really like this card. But that's almost it for the monsters. We have 3 monsters left, and it's the 4 monsters, excuse me. 3 of them are the Amorphage engine. This is the one you always summon off of Heretic Seal, because it basically is just a floodgate that says you can't special summon. So like I said, it's got 4 disruptions, but it also has a floodgate built into it, which is pretty great. And the other 2, if you draw them and you put them in your scale, and you control this Amorphage, this one is a Dark Law, and this one negates all spell cards. So you have Anti-Spell and Dark Law if you happen to draw these, and you have...
No, you have Imperial Order.
Yeah, you will, or this negates all spell... Oh, Imperial Order, excuse me, not Anti-Spell. My mistake. But this one, I believe... Yeah, this one says that you can't add cards except by drawing them. So this is I want to say...
It's good enough.
It's good enough. I don't remember what floodgate it is, but it's good enough. But this is just... Ryo, yeah, thank you. But these are just really good floodgates, and if you get them to go off, your opponent's not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is kind of the point.
You're not Peter, you're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. The goal of
Yu-Gi-Oh! play anyways, so they suck at it.
And the last monster is the Guard Dragon target, Destrudo. If you draw this, you cry. If you draw this, you should probably scoop. Or don't, because you can still summon from hand with LP. But who cares? So it's just one of this guy, he's pretty easy. He makes Dawn Dragster a card. Spells or traps. This is where things get really mainstream and I don't have to explain anything. Call by the Grave.
Good enough.
Do I need to tell you? Neg 9. You draw 2 cards. Also put spell counters on things. Don't do this until you finish comboing off, please, because if you banish all your 1-ofs, you lose the duel. This is a message to all Pendulum players. Do not activate desires until you comboed off. If you do, you will banish your 1-of Gate and your 1-of Destrudo, and you will lose the game, you idiots. Your mother doesn't love you for this reason. But yeah, that's why you play Pot of Desires.
You're that guy, so you have to desires before coming.
Stop it, Tom! You're telling the wrong... Your impressionable audience is listening. Your impressionable 5-year-old audience.
Hey. They're 11.
Wait, are you saying that we're supposed to play Pod Generosity?
Oh yeah, totally. That's actually the Neg 2. Neg 3, actually. 3 alert because you run a lot of dark targets, and if you have them in hand, you can just banish them. So if you draw the Time Gazer, you just alert away. If you have an extra Magician, you just alert away.
I haven't seen Raigeki yet.
Oh yeah, because you don't play Raigeki. It's bad. Raigeki's bad. And then you run the free spell counter, the card. This is also just side deck space, so if you want to take it out, that's fine. The reason I'm not playing Into the Void is because I actually do end my turn with cards in hand, and Into the Void makes you discard your hand. So yeah, I think I'd like to keep those cards in hand for a comeback, thanks. On to the extra deck. This is when things get a little mainstream yet again. I don't think I need to explain to you how to use this card. This is your game plan. You turbo this out without normal summoning, and then you resolve its effect. If this gets hand trapped, you scoop and go to game 2, so you don't get time ruled. And if you happen to need your normal summon, that's fine. You really don't want to, though. He also draws cards, he's really great, but yeah, he's the game plan. He's the only reason the deck works. You grab whatever you need, you grab Dark Worm, put it in your extra deck, do whatever you need to do. If you don't have Dark Worm, just do that. If you need Harmonizing, just do that. But yeah, that's the point of him. Guard Dragon Engine. This deck is really easy. This engine here is really easy. It's, you have this position, and then you summon Vortex here, and then you laugh. Or you can summon Hot Red. Because if you have a bit Absolute Dragon on the field and you link them away, you can make Hot Red and Vortex on the same board. Oh, excuse me, I'm dropping cards. You run Heavenly Sphere, because you link these two off in order to make Heavenly Sphere. This summons a Morphage from the deck, so this sets up the Floodgate. It also bounces cards to hand, doesn't destroy them, which is really good. It also doesn't target, by the way, so this is really, really good.
Doesn't target?
Nope, doesn't target.
Oh,
Does it target? Let me see. Nope, doesn't target. It's really good. It's really freaking good.
I just
non-targeting, non-destruction removal.
Yeah, on a Link 2 that uses 2 dragons. What does Yu-Gi-Oh! Come to? Then we have Triple Burst. You want to link Electromite and any other monster away to go into this. So you get this guy away, go here, and you'll have this here, so that you can do Guard Dragon plays, because points down, points sideways. Or, if you made Absolute beforehand, that means you have an extra monster, so you link those away, and you make Saryuya. Those, again, points down, points sideways. And then since Saryuya points here, you get a Vortex. So the whole point of that is the whole point of Absolute just might as well be Vortex, honestly. You never use his effect, you never summon for any means. He's generic as heck, so if you have 2 level 7s, great. If you have Dragon Pit in the gate, freak monster. But that's the point of those cards, and then you just have the OTK machine.
Yeah,
if you feel
it's
like...
OTK, yeah, it's fine.
The point of it is just OTK. If your opponent tries to do anything funny, you just go, haha, no, you die. If your opponent's playing Sky Striker, haha, no, you die. This just ends games. Surprising it wasn't hit in any capacity because it does end games, but then again, it is actually pretty fair and balanced because you can negate it. And that makes a card balanced, right? If you can negate it, it's balanced.
I guess.
If you can ash, it's balanced, right?
Yeah, if you can ash it, it's balanced, clearly, guys. That's why Neospace Connector was so fair. Honestly.
Sarcasm, guys. Sarcasm.
Yeah, it's great.
That's just why Summonsword was so fair.
You always blind Dweller. If you go first, you blind Dweller. I don't care what you're playing. If you're playing Sky Striker, blind Dweller. Because most of the decks in the meta and in the format really like their graveyard. Salamangreat, they're still alive, by the way. People are saying they're dead. You're wrong.
You just have to buy the more expensive one.
They have A, buy the more expensive card. B, they have a new game plan, which is turbo out the Xyz monster and then summon Gazelle from the deck. Bam.
Yo, have you seen the new support? They have a link that blows up the field.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, the deck's not dead yet, so calm the hell down. Orcust are pretty okay. You don't need Bardiche, but you really like Bardiche. But a lot of decks really require...
Mistwaller is a good card.
Yeah. But the point is, this tells them, don't touch your graveyard, and yeah, that's basically the whole gist of it. And then this one, I don't summon much, so you could actually take this out and put in a Phoenix if you wanted to. You have Norido. Because I can easily make 2 level 6 spellcasters because I have Jackal and Chronograph. But that means I only have 5 ways to 5 monsters to put into this out of 60. But the whole deck searches itself, so it doesn't matter. Then again, you really would probably rather have the Phoenix because Sky Striker just lose to a Phoenix now that multi-rolls at 1. So if you Phoenix their multi-roll, they just lose the game. So you might not want to use Norido, you might just want to have the MST available. For Synchros, this is what you summon off of Destrudo. You turn it into a level 3, and then you summon off a level 4, and you make this. Negate spells and traps, so it's just really nice. You'll always have it out. This deals with any card in the game. Anything. It shovels it back in the deck.
Wait, Ty, that is an ultimate rare.
You know what? It's a gold rare because you don't like gold rares.
You know, I'll be honest with you. Of course, the sickly Pendulum players have gold rares.
Exactly. It's the gold rare. You know what? I'm gonna gold rare this entire deck. Did you know my Fool's Burial is gold rare?
I mean, yeah.
Exactly. That's right.
Do we have commons?
Sit down. I do have I have 7 commons sitting in my basement somewhere. Still not using them. Borlo's Savage because you can make it with harmonizing at any level 4. This is just another negate because you'll always have links in graveyard, so it's just really nice to have. You don't make him every game though, but when you do, he's really nice.
He looks so nice.
He's so good.
Such a great artwork.
I'm so glad I have all these cards for when the new Rocket stuff
You're
comes
welcome.
out. Yeah, thank you so much. Tom got me that. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And these two are these are what you summon off of a Garpain. If you have this, you summon this. If you don't, you summon this. This is amazing. Bounces anything to hand and also negates anything.
Alright.
And then the side deck. I don't need to explain it too much.
Yeah, sure.
Reboot. Don't need to tell you why. MST and 2 Eccentric. The only reason I'm playing MST is because I couldn't find a 3rd Eccentric. So if you have a 3rd Eccentric, play it instead. She is monster removal and spell and trap removal, and once again tells Mystic Mind to go heck itself. Lancia, you can probably actually cut this card because Orcus is not going to be in the meta as much. You can actually cut this card and you'll be completely fine. I still like it. It's just nice to have, but you can easily just cut it. Again, the side deck is completely meta dependent. So if you're watching this 3 months in the future, you can ignore this section of the video, honestly. Unless they ban Electromite, in which case you shouldn't be watching this video.
You shouldn't be watching this video.
You have Kumonga. If you're watching this video and they ban Electromite, I don't know what kind. You need to understand. He's dead. It's gone. It's over. It's time to move on. Okay? Calm down. 3 Kumongas because Gamma Seal doesn't sound funny enough. Kumongas. And of course, the card I've never resolved in my life, Sphere Mode.
Really?
I have never needed to resolve a Sphere Mode. I've always sided it in, but I've never needed to resolve it. But don't take it out. He's really good. Like, he saves many butts in many times.
Pick up Sphere Modes, by the way. They're going to go up in the future, guys.
Because this format is combo. Dude,
no, Sphere Mode's always going to be around.
It's T-Dragon and Pen Magician format. Like, you need to get these now. These are really good in the format right now.
So, do you have any closing thoughts?
I mean, yeah, honestly, I do a combo section tutorial, but this deck, the 2 weaknesses I'll say is, it's very susceptible to hand traps, which every deck in the format is. That's not anything new. But it also bricks a lot just because of the amount of 1-ofs you play. Increasing it to 60 cards does increase the chances that you won't draw those 1-ofs, but it doesn't mean it won't happen. So you can experiment, try and... But just know this, the less 1-ofs you play in the deck, the less engines you have access to, and the less explosive your deck will be.
Yeah.
The reason why it's 60 cards is because the more 1-ofs you play, the more engines you play,
if
more
we see
explosive
around 7-8 likes, we'll do a combo video.
Oh, I can do a combo video on 7-8 likes. That's totally doable. But this is the kind of deck that honestly I feel like you need to get up and go practice it yourself because it's skill intensive for one player. That's the thing about this deck that I will give it crap for is that it's not very interactive. Because Jackal and Call by the Grave just tell hand traps to go heck themselves, so you really can't disrupt me. But it's for that reason that it's like, why even play Yu-Gi-Oh if you just wanted to play Solitaire? I will give this deck crap for that. So if you like having player interaction, I would not play this deck. But if you want to have a deck that's just really fun to pilot, really good and combo heavy...
Man, shut up. We don't care.
You know what? It requires a big galaxy brain to play. Is used by the best duelist ever, me. Then yeah.
Hey, how'd that 1-3 at Nationals go?
Hey, he drew 2 mines unevenly. Don't talk to me.
All right, leave a like if you guys.
He cheated. He clearly cheated. He obviously cheated. But yeah, that's the profile to come over.
Pizza stuff at the side of your face?
No. No.
Are you sure?
No. That's right.
Boy, I swear.
Is it down? Is it down? Is it down? Is it down? Is it down?
No, it's not down.
Are you down? Edit this out, you loser.
Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this.
You loser.